Why, hello everybody. What's up? It's Wes and Andy. Here we are one more time. It's Random Fandom Tuesday. Welcome to the show.
Episode 58.
Only 58, huh?
Only 58.
I don't know why. I'm tickled every time I see the numbers and I go, oh my God, we've been doing it this long?
Episode 58 and video number 301.
Yeah, this is 301 on the Fandom Power Podcast YouTube channel. So
lots of stuff to see.
Thank you very much. If you're new to the show, welcome. If this is your first time, this is the show where we talk about entertainment and pop culture headlines from the last 7 days or so. And then we kind of gnash on a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to call in and talk a bit, do it.
Absolutely. Our show is 100% audience participation. You are free to comment and chat with us in the live chat on whatever platform you might be watching on. Hopefully it's YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
That's really kind of where it counts right now. And yeah, like Andy said, we have a custom WhatsApp link. It is in the description of the video. You can use that link. The phone line is open. Don't wait for us. Just interrupt us. Chime in whenever you want. We only got one line. So yeah, if you're waiting, you're going to be a long wait. I feel like we have a lot to get through this week. Certainly, I know I sent a fair number of headlines over this week.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot at the beginning, but I don't know that it actually. It's a lot to take in, but
yeah,
a couple big wins this week for Disney.
Oh, that's good to know.
And we're going to get to that later.
Oh, cool. Is that follow up from last week's stuff?
It is.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good to know.
Absolutely ridiculous statement.
We have some other stories that we previously talked about that we've got a couple of follow ups for as well. So. Looking forward to getting to that.
Mm-hmm.
Before we do that, we should probably open the show with another round of
Random Fandom Trivia.
Yeah.
I have no idea where we're going this week.
Well, it's random, so why not?
All right.
So, question for you.
Answer.
In the film Wedding Crashers.
Oh dear. Okay. I have seen it.
What non-wedding event does Owen Wilson decide to crash? Is it A, baby shower, B, a funeral, or C, a graduation party?
Oh my God, it's been a long time since I've watched this movie.
Me too.
I feel like that was something at the end of the movie. Like at the end of the movie, they had their little come to terms moment where they decided they weren't going to do it anymore. And then they flipped and it was like, no, we should do this now. And I think
we got our answer coming in from Red.
We got one from Red. What's Red saying? Red says it's a funeral.
Well, Sean's chiming in too. He says B, funeral.
Sean also says funeral. I'm inclined to agree with the two of them, but I don't actually remember.
Well, K-Daw chiming in with B as well.
It looks like it's a landslide B for the funeral.
It does look like that. They must have seen the film,
I guess.
Because yes, the answer is.
Oh, it is. It
B,
is
funeral.
Oh, good to know. Good to know. I was that at the end of the movie, guys who have a fresher memory of this than I do. Was that at the end of the movie that they decided to do that?
Honestly, I don't know. All I remember is the scene with Isla Fisher and Vince Vaughn.
Okay.
Where she's going all nuts on him.
Oh, it's been a long time.
It's like mid-movie, and he's like, "Oh, I got a stage 5 clinger."
I'm drawing a blank on that. It sounds funny though.
Yeah, that's all I remember with that movie, though.
All right. Well, stick around a little bit later in the show. We've got another game for you coming up. It's our weekly word game lexicon, where I'm going to try and fool you all. I got a good one this week, and I think this one's going to be tough a tough one. It might not be for everybody. You never know.
Sometimes they're pretty tough.
Sometimes you know what you know.
Mhm.
Other times,
Not so much.
yeah, this one, if I hadn't read it myself, I would not have known. So
Fair enough.
stick around. That's coming up a little bit later. But first, we should probably get to the usual,
We
the
kick
usual
off
somber.
with an unfortunate, sad one here. 1923 actor Cole Brings-Plenty has died at the age of 27. He appeared in the Yellowstone prequel series,
Right.
and all the details are not fully released yet, because on April 4th, I guess he went on the run under charges looming for domestic violence,
Oh no.
and nobody found him. His uncle Mo Brings-Plenty put out a message on Instagram, saying, "Please help us find him. We don't know where he is. We're concerned for his safety."
Yep.
And unfortunately, he was found 4 days later, deceased in the forest. So,
Man,
yeah,
that does not sound good.
no. I mean, if it was just allegations at this point, so
Sure,
no
sure.
no legal charges pressed or anything.
You know, the immediate come to mind is that, oh, I'm going to get caught. I don't want to get caught. My life's over, so I might as well just.
Yeah,
And that's a horrible thing
it
to
is.
think. I certainly hope it isn't that way. I hope I'm wrong on that one.
Yeah, but again, like, all the details have not come out yet. All we know is he has passed away.
All right. Well, we'll watch on that one in the next few days and see if there's any more to report on that next week.
But speaking of careers being over, this next one.
Well, is this over, or is this?
You know what? I'd say his golden ticket is now gone.
Wow.
But
I agree with that.
Actor Jonathan Majors has avoided jail time for assaulting his ex-girlfriend.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
But he did not walk away completely unscathed.
No. He has been ordered to complete a year-long counseling program for assaulting his ex-girlfriend in this high-profile case, which basically derailed his entire Marvel Universe arc.
Yeah.
So
does that mean that he'll never get hired again?
I
don't know.
I think he will get hired again, but as far as opportunities like playing the next phase villain,
that's over.
A miss.
That's
gone.
that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Now, this is just, I'm opening this up to conjecture and speculation and opinion. Do you think this is a strong enough punishment?
Well, not being there for the original event, you do have both sides going, like her saying he hit me.
They're both saying they hit each other.
Yeah, but he was saying she saw a text on my phone, got enraged, attacked me, and I was defending myself.
Yeah.
So it's like, who do you believe unless there's a video of?
So if this is in fact a self-defense case, and that's sort of a reflection of the sentencing, that kind of makes sense, that it's a lighter sentence, that there's no jail time. I'm sure there's some restitution involved and some financial loss for him, but
absolutely. But his lawyer Priya Chowdhury said that he did not want to make any public statements that Jarabi could use against him in a civil suit that she's filed against the actor.
Gotcha. Oh, right, because a civil suit isn't much easier to prove.
Yeah.
You don't have to have beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
This is Johnny Depp and Amber Heard all over again.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But his lawyer also added that he is committed to growing as a person.
Okay.
With an open heart. So, he even plans to maintain his innocence, and he plans to appeal.
Oh, well, that's good then. Because I always said, like, if you're guilty, people don't just, shut up and, don't roll. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, innocent people, I should say.
Yeah.
Wow, I totally backwards that one, didn't I? Yes, innocent people don't just roll over and say, okay.
Yeah.
No, you go down fighting, you go down swinging.
Yep.
So there's definitely more to be had here. So speaking of like career-ending moves, and this is sort of an aside. This is we'll call this adjacent to this. Did you see there was a line from Jerry Seinfeld this week?
I did not.
Jerry Seinfeld has a new show coming out. I don't know if it's this year, but he's working on a new show. He has come out and said publicly that he will hire Michael Richardson.
Really?
Yeah, and his response to the public was,
outburst.
Yeah, if you don't like that, don't watch it.
Yeah.
That he's standing by his friend. And certainly, have you seen the episode of Michael Richardson's episode of Coffee in Cars? Okay.
Not.
That man is definitely remorseful. I feel like he's probably I feel like he's definitely paid for it.
Oh, I would think
So
so.
it'd be interesting to see him on the small screen again.
Mhm.
And it would be more interesting to see if there is, room for forgiveness for him.
I think there could be. I mean, he made a bad choice. He was trying to be edgy. It didn't. It
Yeah,
was not
and
the time nor
just
place for it.
and the racial thing just did
Yeah.
not.
No, like it did not.
uh,
There was
It,
no call for it.
it'll never go over.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, looking back on Eddie Murphy and George Carlin, Richard Pryor, all the guys from like the golden age of comedy and then stuff they got away with saying, you would never get away with it now.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, but George Carlin didn't make a whole lot of black jokes though.
No.
He didn't, and I mean, black comedians making black jokes, perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
It's all part of taking it back, right?
Yeah.
A white comedian makes black jokes. It's people notice, man.
They do.
They really do.
Yeah. But I don't know.
All right.
Moving on though. This one's kind of a sad, but
We knew this was happening.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, I guess.
I had actually forgotten that it was coming
That it was
up.
looming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this what day is it going to be here? This Friday, I believe. It will air on June 7th, Friday, June 7th. But Pat Sajak has taped his final episode of Wheel of Fortune.
Oh dear, that is not a recent photo, is it?
No, it is not. That is a classic photo.
That is definitely classic. It almost looks like a little kid.
A little bit, yeah.
It's a little bit like the Beeve.
Oh, yeah, like this is literally the end of an era here. Like no more Pat Sajak.
Wow. But the show's going to go on.
It is going to go on.
Do we have a?
We do know who's going to try and fill his shoes.
Okay.
Apparently, Ryan Seacrest has been.
Oh,
tapped,
that's right. I think we talked about
and
that
he
before.
will be joining Vanna White.
Sure,
and,
sure.
You know, we'll see how that goes. But there's a quote from Sajak saying, "Well, the time has come. I've decided that our 41st season, which begins in September, will be my last. It's been a wonderful ride, and I have more to say in the coming months. Many thanks to you all." And he ended the post by joking, "If nothing else, it'll keep the clickbait sites busy."
That's funny.
Yeah. So,
well, good for him. I mean, nice to be able to retire. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is an institution as far as game shows go, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's as institutional as Jeopardy.
yeah.
In fact, I think they were, I don't know if they still are, but they were back to back at one time. Like that was an hour's television when we were kids.
Yeah.
You watch the Wheel of Fortune, then you watch Jeopardy.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they've been doing it for 40 years. So
That's a long time. Took over from Chuck Woolery.
back in 1981.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another game show regular.
Oh, another legend.
Speaking of Jeopardy, I saw a thing this week about they've made a statement about the permanent hiring of Ken Jennings,
Oh,
saying that Ken Jennings is the permanent host because he rightfully won it from Mayim Bialik. So
okay.
that's an interesting. I didn't read all of it, but that's an interesting line that he rightfully won it from her. I don't know if that makes him a better host or not. Certainly, some of the comments that I saw associated with that were like very pro Mayim. Like they thought she was more.
She's like a literal
personable.
genius.
Well, she's a neuroscientist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess on the other hand, that frees her up to do more Big Bang Theory spinoffs.
Is there still?
There's something coming. We still don't know who it's going to focus on, but aside from the one that's spinning out of Young Sheldon,
What are
there
they
is
doing
still
there?
George and his girlfriend.
Oh, right.
Georgie and his girlfriend they're getting their own show. So, but the rumor is that there's going to be another one spinning directly out of the Big Bang Theory.
I mean, do you do like a
Young Leonard or
a sitcom based around Howard and Bernadette and their family? Like, I don't know. You could
maybe,
if you anchor it to the house, the same way that the Big Bang Theory was anchored to the apartment.
Yeah.
And then people can float in and out. It could work.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked. Did you catch the revival, the 90s show?
Yes.
It was anchored in the house, and everybody floated in and out. And I thought it kind of worked.
It wasn't terrible.
I don't know. I love the Big Bang Theory. It was my favorite television show while it was on in its original broadcast run. So, as much as I would love to see all those characters again, I feel very attached to them. So don't mess it up.
Don't ruin it.
Don't mess it up. That's probably why I didn't watch Young Sheldon.
Young Sheldon are not bad.
I've
I mean,
I've
Annie
heard that.
Potts is like a scene stealer for
Oh,
sure.
is she in it?
Yeah, she plays
Oh
Meemaw,
my god.
and she does such a bang up job. It's
Okay,
awesome.
now I need.
And then, oh, the girl, this is terrible, who plays Sheldon's mother in Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
her daughter that plays her as
uh,
younger her.
Roseanne's sister.
Yeah.
That's horrible that I can't think of her name.
I know.
But her, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Her daughter plays the younger version of her in the show. So
All right.
it's a bang on likeness.
Yeah.
Literally. But yeah. A new image has been released though, showcasing the look of Christian Bale
I feel like
in the new Bride movie from
we
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
we just mentioned this 2 weeks
maybe
ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
And like already we've got imagery.
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks cool too.
He looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it.
All tattooed up with the word hope across his chest.
I do like that. So that gives us a clear indication, excuse me,
that he's going to be stitched together.
well, but like that is that looks relatively modern. The clothing that he's wearing, I mean, looks kind of like corduroy.
A little bit, yeah.
But I mean, a tattoo like that. I mean, tattoos have been around for like thousands of years, but I mean,
like that. Like
that's what I mean. That looks very
yeah.
tattoo, not like stick poke method or very interesting.
But apparently, it's a black and white camera test photo, which shows him slicking his hair back with one hand while exposing his stitched torso back a little bit. So
I mean, you can't tell because of the lighting there, but like, do you think we're going to get some, vestige of the bolts in the neck?
I would hope so.
I could see it, but I mean, that's pretty dark.
You need to have your battery posts to connect into the lightning, right?
That's right. We need the contacts.
Yeah.
Which side's a positive?
Doesn't matter. Just plug them in. Yeah. They do say that.
1930s. There you go.
Yeah. The bride follows a lonesome Frankenstein as he travels to 1930 Chicago to seek the help from a man called Dr. Euphronius to create a companion for himself. And that companion is the bride, the reanimated body of a recently murdered woman. Things quickly go awry for Frankenstein and the bride when their combustible romance garners unwarranted attention from both the police and a wild and radical social movement.
That's cool. I like the sound of that.
It was a depression in the 30s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely depression era. And also I think that's also during Prohibition.
Maybe.
Prohibition in the US. Oh, I can't even spell.
That's all good.
Prohibition in the US. Yeah, 1920 to 1933.
Okay, so
yeah, right in there, right in the middle of Prohibition.
Yeah. But aside from Bale, apparently the cast includes a bunch of Hollywood star power. Jessie Buckley will be playing the bride. We'll also have Peter Skarsgård, Annette Bening, and Penelope Cruz.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and it hits theaters October 3rd, 2025.
So we're still a ways away, but
just in time for Halloween season.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So this next one's kind of cool. James Mangold's Jedi Origin Star Wars movie has picked Andor's writer to do the script.
Yeah, Bo Willimon. Now, you know me, if you've watched any of our shows, I was the Andor apologist. I was more excited for Andor when they did that big announcement. How many years ago was it?
It's been a few.
3 or 4 years ago.
At least.
I wanted that more than anything else. And when it turned up, it delivered on every level for me. Loved it so much. If you can't argue that it was a very well written a series. So I hope that translates well into the new Jedi film.
I think so. I mean, the whole 3-drop opener, though, just to get you in, and all of us looking back said, yeah, you had to drop those 3
You did, yeah.
in order to get the hook in, but
the slow burn.
Yeah. I don't know if a full slow burn will work for a feature-length movie.
No, but I mean, so yeah, it had a slow burn, but by the time we got to like the end of the series, or even like mid-season, like when the Empire started marching through Ferrix and you had Marva going off, like
it was full steam ahead.
And I think that it takes a certain amount of skill I mean, what I want to say talent, but I mean, yes, it is talent, but it's definitely skill to weave and craft such an intricate story like that. And I mean, this new movie, this is supposed to what document the first.
Yeah, 25,000 years before the Phantom Menace.
This is supposed to be something people are speculating about the first person to use the Force.
Yeah. Like I had joked with you, it'd be two guys in a cave, and one of them like lifts a rock and then nudges his buddy, like, "Look, I did it."
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think it'll be that.
No, I don't think so either. But
yeah,
if anything, if they adhere to anything Star Wars Legends, one thing I can say is that 25,000 years prior to the events of the movie looks an awful lot like the movies. Do you know what I mean? Like, just things didn't change a whole lot. Sure, some things changed, but the general aesthetic of Star Wars was still intact, so it still feels familiar. Even fans of the Old Republic, I mean, guys who have played that the MMO, you know what I'm talking about. There's a troopers have a very specific design. They look like clone troopers from the movies, like,
yeah.
and Jedi look like Jedi. So we'll have that going for us anyway.
Good evening.
Steve on YouTube says, "Hey, good evening, everyone," and we say good evening back to you, Steve. I hope everything is well.
Thanks for joining us. This next one dropped today at noon Pacific time.
Oh my God!
And does it ever look good?
I was all over that early footage that they showed off last year with the her hopping on the speeder bike and taking off, but this,
yeah, there is a little side note there that the majority of this trailer is not actual gameplay.
No, it's not. It's all cinematic.
But still, yeah, the new trailer for Star Wars Outlaws dropped today, and it gives us like a basic time period when it's going to take place.
Yeah, how many times did you watch it?
At least a couple.
So,
but
is it? Can we get spoilery on it? I know it just came out today.
I grabbed a couple screen images. For
okay, well then
it's like, oh my God.
Let's talk about that, because the general premise is that with the Empire marching all over the galaxy, it's created opportunity for the criminal element, and the character whose name I don't know, we don't know who he is yet, was talking about an opportunity to make millions.
Mm-hmm. But Facebook user said,
"Am I going to have to get a PS5?
You might have to.
PS5 or Series X or S."
Mm-hmm. But there's so much to take in this trailer. Like, we get our female heroine, good looking shot of her. We get our antagonist guy who wants to kill her because apparently she robbed him or something.
Seems that way, yeah.
Jabba the Hutt appears. Han Solo and Carbonite.
So there we go.
We're
so
like right between Jedi and Empire.
Yeah,
Boba Fett has delivered.
I have to be honest with you. When the first trailer came out, I thought we were, dark times. I thought we were somewhere between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, because it's kind of where they've been going lately. The Jedi Survivor games are in that time period, and I thought, it'd be cool to see what the criminal element is doing. But setting it now at like what is arguably, I mean, Empire is the dark one of the three movies. This is arguably the darkest time for the galaxy right here.
Yep.
So yeah, I am
like the trailer, it dips into further future stuff, like where Mando's been dealing with the Pike Syndicate and everything.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
These groups and Crimson Dawn, they're all coming to the table, right?
Yeah. So, almost like another syndicate of some sort.
Yeah. But it's coming out August 30th, 2024. You can play up to 3 days early with the Gold or Ultimate Edition, which includes the base game plus Season Pass. And if you pre-order now, you'll get the Kessel Runner bonus pack, which includes cosmetics for your speeder and the Trailblazer Starship.
It's up for pre-order right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Pre-order now? Oh, yeah. I'm probably going to do that this week.
Yeah. But we did link to the trailer in the show notes if you want to go have a look at it. Even if you're not getting it, it's still cool to look at.
Absolutely it is.
But yeah, our lead protagonist here, Kay Vess, is just basically, they call her an emerging scoundrel. So she's like a female Han Solo, just on the way up. And our Facebook user apparently is Major.
Major. Hey, Major. I'm in.
But, she goes out and she's trying to start a new life along with her companion Nix, who is a little
we don't know what
four-legged lizard type pet. I'm not quite sure what he is, but he's bouncing around there stealing
Star Wars salamander dog.
Yeah, I don't know. Good sidekick, but not a droid.
But it's cool because this, if you've played the Jedi Fallen games, you know that Cal Kestis has his little droid companion,
Yeah.
BD1. The little dog character seems to fill a similar role where we see him retrieving like
A
a
Stormtrooper's
blaster,
yeah,
and brings
right
it
off the
back to her.
weapons rack.
Yeah, so that's cool. You'll be able to use it. You'll be using your dog companion to navigate and negotiate certain force blocking salamander dog. No,
Maybe.
that's a different species altogether. That's oh my god, we're talking about the salamiri from the Zon trilogy.
Mm. Yeah, you can.
That
learn-
would be cool if it is an offshoot of the salamiri. It could save her bacon
Mhm.
in an indirect kind of way.
Yeah, but you can learn more at StarWarsOutlaws.com, and yeah, go give it a look. Should be
Yeah,
good.
I'm very excited for this.
Then sticking with Star Wars, that's not all this week.
Oh, what?
Empire Magazine has got a exclusive issue going right now, or coming out this week, I should say. It's on stands Thursday, April 11th, and it's got exclusive stuff to do with the Acolyte.
We are so close.
We
I mean,
are.
it is technically, well, it's not. It's not the next project. It's Tales of the Empire is the next
Yeah,
project.
but then right on the heels.
Yeah, exactly. So we get through Tales of the Empire and we're right into the Acolyte. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for this. I'm more excited now having seen some marketing for it. That trailer was just pure fire for me. I
Mhm.
quite liked it.
Yeah, they're speaking to creator Leslie Headland, stars Amanda Stenberg, Carrie Ann Moss, Lee Jung-jae, Jonas Stuamo,
Yeah.
Daphne Keane, Charlie Barnett, Rebecca Henderson, Manny Jacinto, and Jodie Turner-Smith. So there is a lot to digest coming in this magazine. So
I'm quite excited. Jonas Stuamo, that's our replacement Chewbacca actor.
is that?
Yeah, he's the guy that took over from Peter Mayhew.
Okay.
So naturally, he's playing the
Jedi Wookiee.
the Wookiee character. He just actually, I saw a statement from him saying that since he's been a kid, he's always wanted to be a Jedi. So this is a big
That's
thrill for
awesome.
him. Yeah. He's also by the way, Jonas is coming to Fan Expo in Toronto this year.
Ooh.
So good chance to meet him if you're local to the area.
Mm-hmm. Or even some people just travel.
Just fly in.
Yeah.
Just fly in for the weekend.
Yeah. But there is a subscriber cover, which gives you the different version or the regular newsstand version. So if you're collecting Empire magazines, there you go.
It looks cool.
But sticking with collections, somebody sold their collection. Kiss has sold their music catalog to a firm co-founded by Swedish billionaire and ABBA's Bjorn.
I read that and I'm like, we knew something was going on. We knew when they were doing their the farewell tour, which I guess it's the actual farewell tour.
The actual we're too old to keep going.
Well, the joke with Kiss was the same joke that was with the Who, right? How many times are you going to go on a
farewell tour?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's like the Rolling Stones with their steel wheelchair tour.
Steel wheelchair.
You remember that one going around?
No, that's hilarious. And at the end of the tour, they showed off. What is it? I think it was Madison Square Garden was the last show. They showed off these virtual avatars that are essentially going to continue the band's legacy. And I guess now we know it's from the company. It's a Pop House,
a Swedish entertainment firm. So they have acquired the music catalog, the likeness and brand name of Kiss, and they did it. They announced this on Thursday that they had completed this deal, but apparently they're joining the ranks like other artists, Bruce Springsteen and Rod Stewart, who have also sold the rights to their catalogs in recent years.
Yeah, but they're not selling them to like record companies. No. They're selling them to like investment firms.
Yeah.
And that's a kind of a, Yeah. It's a little bit of it's not what I would say normal in the music business.
I think it could be a new normal.
That's what I'm with you on that. That's probably the way it's going to be.
Who wants to go touring forever?
Well, and then did you catch the statement from Gene Simmons?
I don't know if I did.
About how there's no record industry anymore.
It's true.
You can't record companies don't want to pay advances and they don't want to front money for anything. So he's like some kid who's picking up a guitar in their
on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Is just not going to get the same opportunities that the guys of the traditional music industry grinding it out over years and decades and touring. It just isn't going to happen. If if you're not everything all at once, you're nothing. So I don't know how I feel. I mean, obviously Kiss is going to live on in the music.
Well, yeah. Financial terms were not disclosed, so we have no idea how much they actually got for it.
I kind of feel like Gene Simmons is
I
like,
don't think they would have gone cheap.
this is a big deal for him, considering, I mean, you remember his TV show, Family Jewels.
Yep.
Did you see the man's office?
Yes.
Like, it was stuffed full of all of the merchandising and memorabilia.
Amounts.
Like, he's the George Lucas of music, man. Like, sold his soul to the devil for merchandising rights. Hello, guys. How are things? I hope everything is well. We're talking about Kiss selling their, selling the farm,
the whole thing,
to Pop House in Sweden.
Yeah, but they didn't offer specifics. But the announcement from Pop House said they would use creative and storytelling expertise to create new audiences, revenue streams, and content and experiences. So I guess they're going to try and push heavy for these like virtual
shows, yeah.
And whatnot.
Well, there the article had mentioned somebody else. Is it the ABBA show?
ABBA's Bjorn. I apologize.
There's another show.
I
think that's Bjorn Yldveus.
Yeah, and
I hope I'm saying that right.
He co-founded it with Swedish billionaire Connie Johnson.
Yeah,
in 2014. So.
Right, because ABBA currently has a virtual show that plays 5 times a week in London.
Really?
Well, yeah. So I mean, if that is performing well, and they feel that they can leverage the Kiss brand to do something similar,
well, I could see this being like something for Vegas.
You could. Well, this is what I mean. Like
the Vegas House Show presents Kiss.
If the band doesn't have to tour anymore, and we can create them digitally, you could have a Kiss residency in every major city at the same time.
Yeah.
Would that make a lot of money? It probably would.
I would think it would go well at first, but over time it would lose its luster. I mean, just like Disneyland and their rides, right? Every now and again they got to refresh.
That's true.
But
that is true.
Yeah.
What is that? What's Gaz saying?
Let's see here.
Gene was great in Runaway with Tom Selleck. Wow, deep cut.
Nice.
I was thinking, well, he must have been better than he was in the oh my God, Kiss in the theme park movie.
What, Scooby-Doo meets Kiss?
No, live action, like really bad live action sci-fi movie. The whole band, they had a movie.
Oh shit.
You remember that?
I don't.
They fought robotic versions of themselves. Yeah, it was crazy. Michael Martinez says, without Ace and Peter, it has no lust. You know,
will they just digitally get them in there? And did they factor them in?
But the thing,
because like, would you want the original lineup as your virtual?
It doesn't matter.
Avatar.
It doesn't matter anymore.
That's true.
These are characters. I mean, there's a reason why. I mean, Tommy and oh my God, not Peter, the current drummer, but they wear the same makeup because those characters belong to the brand.
Yeah.
However you feel about their performances or whatnot is your mileage may vary. Now, I got to see Kiss in 2014 the first time and only time, so I didn't get to see the original lineup. But I have to say, that whole thing that they do at the beginning of every show, you wanted the best, you've got the best. The whole idea that Kiss works hard for their fans is 1,000,000,000% true. It is one of the most crazy spectacles I've ever seen. And whether it was the original Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park, yes, thank you very much. Even though it wasn't the original lineup, the show was amazing. So I mean, they have that going for them. If it's that level of theatrics in a virtual show, then I think there's still something there to be had.
Well, for sure. Apparently, the company also owns music assets linked to Cher.
Oh, really?
Katy Perry sold some of her publishing rights and a master recording royalties for some of her back catalog.
Okay.
Earlier this year, Justin Bieber sold his back catalog for just over $200 million to Hypnosis. Hypnosis with a silent G. Yeah.
Hypnosis.
But, others like Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan, and David Bowie have sold their catalogs for several $100 million. So,
I mean,
Considering
you look at,
Kiss, I could see them being up there too.
I kind of go, huh, with the Bieber and the Katy Perry thing, because they're still relatively young. They're young people that have
True.
still years and years
They
left. But
should
like,
have years and years left.
I can see why, your Dylans and your older artists want to think ahead for their retirement.
But just think, if enough of these firms get together and be like, okay, I want to borrow digital Justin Bieber and put it with digital Kiss.
Well, that would be a whole licensing thing, wouldn't it?
You would think so.
I'm sure that you could work that out.
Put digital Katy Perry in there with Bob Dylan and David Bowie.
Well, this begs the question. We saw this with other artists. Queen comes to mind. When an artist passes away, and there's always like unreleased recordings, and then the bands, maybe they'll release them, maybe they won't.
Prince.
That as well. And Prince has like apparently there's like a lot. Yeah. But will they create new Kiss music? Did the deal also include their voice likenesses?
And then you got the AI thing factor.
Well, this is what I mean. So is there an avenue here with this deal where there's new Kiss music, and is it really Kiss at that point?
True.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's a great question. Hollow Kiss. Will they open up for Hollow Elvis?
Yeah.
No, it should be the other way around.
Would it be around Kiss?
Oh no, you're right. I would have Elvis as my headliner.
Would you?
Oh, absolutely, I would. Yeah. You wanted the best. You got the best. It's Elvis. And he comes on after us.
There you go. But another trailer dropped this week.
Oh my God.
Bambi the Reckoning has dropped its teaser trailer. And yeah, the Poonaverse is officially expanding.
We talked about this before.
We did talk about this. And
this is just the next one in the line.
Yeah, I guess Blood and Honey 2 just dropped in theaters already.
Oh, wow.
And they actually had it in Peterborough. I didn't know it was going to Peterborough. Otherwise, I would have.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could have seen it. Yeah.
But I still haven't seen part 1, so I'm behind. But yeah, this trailer, it's fairly calm until the ending when you get this demon deer come out and basically flip a car over.
Nice.
And it looks like something out of the Evil Dead. It's awesome.
I mean, the whole idea of it's pretty cool. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, but I mean, it's.
But like, how many times have we had like satire ones of Bambi
getting
what revenge, right?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't there one a couple years back starring The Rock?
A Bambi movie?
It was just like a little short comedy vignette on.
Oh, geez, I don't know.
One of those like college humors or something. But basically, like, Bambi took revenge.
Funny or Die or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think the funniest Bambi movie is Bambi Meets Godzilla.
I don't think I've seen
It's an animated short. It's a black and white short. It's literally like the morning.
There you go. Yeah, it's all over that too.
And as you see Bambi's like grazing, and you hear that music, the morning music. And then this like Godzilla like comes in, squish, and it's over.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to look that up.
No, it's good. Yeah. We'll watch it tonight after the show.
There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, this new one, it stars Roxanne McKee and Nicola Wright, and they're going to face off against the Killer Deer. Producer Scott Chambers has teased a crossover with other characters gone rogue, and eventually we know it is going to lead up to that
crossover. Yeah. The Poonaverse.
The Poonaverse.
I can't help but think of like a like the poo emoji every time I hear that.
Yeah.
I know it's spelled like the bear, but it's just
yeah. But they're saying it's going to be terrifying when people see the deer in the wild. After this film, they're going to run for the hills. This film is about the death of childhoods as much as it's going to ruin childhoods. Expect bloodshed, tears, and rabbits.
And
one mean killer deer. At last, the British royal countryside will finally get its Godzilla.
We're touting this as the British Godzilla?
I guess. He's still not bigger than the car, but does he grow from atomic radiation or something? I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
Maybe
200-foot Bambi.
Monsterverse slipped this past week.
Did it drop?
It did, but it's still holding on.
Fair enough.
That's a great question from Gaz. Gaz says, "Does this mean we're getting a ravenous thumper?"
As long as he's ravenous and not,
I can't see why you wouldn't have a reference to Thumper and maybe some of the other animals.
I know we're not supposed to drop the the R word, but hopefully he's not like a deviant.
Oh yeah, I get yeah.
Because I've seen movies where snowmen did that and it was weird.
That just hearing you say that.
Did
is
you ever
weird.
see the evil Jack Frost? Because there was the good one with Michael Keaton, but at the same time they released the horror movie one where some convict gets shipped off, ends up falling into the snow and gets a bunch of chemicals dumped on him.
I did not see
and he
that.
becomes the killer Jack Frost.
No,
It's a terrible, terrible B movie with this one horrible scene where Shannon Elizabeth is taking a bath and doesn't realize that the water is actually the melted snowman.
Oh.
So he formulates around her, and the gag is his carrot nose is missing because he's engaging in
Okay.
bad behavior.
Sure.
So
Adult extracurriculars.
yeah,
That's not. It's funny. It's not.
it
funny.
was supposed to be a horror movie, but it came off more comedy than not, even with the context. But
well, as soon as you said Shannon Elizabeth, and it's like, oh, where's she been?
yeah, it was after American Pie.
That's what I mean. But where's she been? Come on, there's only one reason why they cast her.
True. For the bathtub scene.
Right.
What's Gaz saying here?
Didn't they do one of those killer Jack Frosts in the Bahamas?
If they did, I did not see it.
Seems like a bizarre place to do it, but I dig it.
I mean, if you can go to water and back to snow, he's not like Olaf. He doesn't need that little cloud.
Oh, that's true.
But
I don't know the Bahamas. That's an interesting question. I'll
like
look that one up.
Beetlejuice goes Hawaiian.
Thank God they're not doing that.
Yeah. Unless they do a little cliffhanger at the end of the movie where they're all chilling on a beach.
Maybe they'll do something where in the original where they had the scene where you could see him hanging out in the model.
Yes.
Maybe they'll do another one of those where he's sitting there with a Hawaiian shirt on and one of those mirrors. Hey, something like that.
Maybe
plastic palm tree or something.
There you go. But how about we talk some toys?
Yeah, I'm always up to talk toys. I just want to know, is there going to be any outrage this week? Because the last couple of weeks I've just been like, for me.
I don't know if there's going to be outrage, but there could be.
All right.
I know this one's not up your alley because you don't like weird painty ones, but McFarlane is releasing the Blacklight Edition gold label 66 Joker.
Nope, this is not for me.
So all the likeness of Cesar Romero in neon blacklight goodness.
What is going on there? There's something weird. Is the image on the left under blacklight?
Under the blacklight, yeah.
That's why, because I'm like the joints look
different than the actual.
But then the photo on the right, the whole figure looks the color of the joints. So
I don't know why they wouldn't do the joints the same way. I don't know.
Is this what's the gimmick here? Like, where does this come from? Did this happen in an episode that everybody was glowing?
Well, the 60s were.
Oh, I get it. Okay, all right.
Hippies,
psychedelic.
Yeah, but this one is going to be an Entertainment Earth exclusive, coming out in May 2024. 6-inch figure featuring a blacklight deco, 2 action word bubbles, collectible art card, and a detailed blacklight base with 2 battery-powered black lights.
I'll tell you what, I mean, it would be good for us here in the studio because of the lighting that we use. It would look cool on a shelf. But I mean, that's not, I feel like this is a very specific, there's a very specific audience for this.
Yeah. If you've been collecting the McFarlane 66 Batmans, yeah, you're probably going to want this one. But
do you though, if you have the regular edition?
Well,
would you?
It's probably inevitable that they're going to do the Batman the same way.
I don't know. It falls into that, like I say about, 2 things I don't like, Transformers that don't transform, which I'm actually softening on that because there's some really good ones, and translucent action figures, right? It feels the same to me as that. Like,
well, it's definitely gimmicky.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
This next one here, sticking with the Joker, Batman the Animated Series, they have given us the full look at the upcoming Joker mobile. Did
we have the Dark Note one for last week?
We did.
We did. So now we can see the whole thing.
And we do get to see that the current line of figures come and do scale and fit into it. So
I've seen a few of them. I just saw the Killer Croc and Baby Doll set yesterday. It's a good looking set.
They're faithful to the cartoon.
Yeah, they really are. So that's going to be a relatively large large piece.
It's going to go for retail $59.99 US. So
so it's going to be 70 plus in Canada
at least.
Yeah.
but it's a Target exclusive down there, so it'll probably be GameStop.
Oh
or
yeah,
something up
so
here.
GameStop or Toys R Us, and if it's Toys R Us, it'll probably be close to 100.
Yeah.
Damn you, Toys R Us!
Yep, but it features light up eyes and teeth and dashboard, and can seat most 6-inch scale Batman the Animated Series
Most.
figures. So like that Killer Croc probably won't fit in here,
No,
but your Joker will, your Riddler will.
and the baby doll probably fit in the back seat.
There you go. Just need a car seat for her.
I still rack in my brain. I don't remember. Like, was this just in like one episode?
Honestly, I don't recall.
I don't recall it, to be honest. Like, I'd have to go back and watch the series and specifically look for it.
Yeah, I'm due for a rewatch anyway. But sticking with the Batman multiverse, this next one
All right.
is the gold label 7-inch Mr. Zaz.
Oh,
And
we
you-
saw this last week.
Yeah, and you were talking about this, and I agree with you.
Yeah,
All those little
they should have been molded
marks should have
scars.
been molded into.
Yeah,
them.
molded in, not just painted on.
Yeah.
Although, you know, I see stuff like this and I immediately think of like the customizer folks that, oh, you've got a great bare chested body, a base body to work with now,
Yeah.
you know, or another one to work with.
But he's going to be he's available for pre-order now, ships in May, $31.25 US. So
They're creeping up too.
they are.
They are.
And what's a McFarlane without another Batman? So Batman of Earth 22
Okay.
Infected, the Dark Metal Nightmare Edition gold label 7-inch figure. This one's got the gold and black deco going for it, and
This is a comic appearance?
yeah, it's from the Dark, or what's it? Dark Metal.
Dark Metal. So this,
that's the one that gave us the Batman Who Laughs, and
did he actually look like that in the book?
at one point, yeah, he's from Earth 22,
Okay.
so he's just another random variant of Batman. from
Sure. Yeah.
multiverse, but
Speaking of Batman variants, oh my God.
Uh-oh.
This week, the season finale of Invincible aired on Prime Video.
nice.
And they leaned heavily into the idea that it's a multiverse.
Nice.
And so the principal villain who can open portals to other dimensions starts sending Invincible off to these other dimensions. And at one point, you can see a black cape flowing in the wind in the corner, and he's sitting there and he's like, you dress like a bat and your name isn't that kind of lazy? Oh, it was funny.
Nice.
It's so funny.
Oh, Gaz saying he's
Holding out for the Condiment King mobile.
There you go.
Was that like the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile?
It might have been.
Ooh.
Well, after you got the first wave, right? You got your Build-A-Figure of the Condiment King.
That's true. Yeah.
So now you need his vehicle. But there is a couple more from McFarlane this week. You remember a few
Excuse
weeks
me.
back, we talked about the Ghost of Krypton, the 4
Yes.
figures they released.
Yeah, I do.
Well, they're getting a reissue already in the Comic Sketch Edition 4-pack. So all 4 figures
Okay,
redecoed in that
okay.
new sketch black and white looking thing.
That's a pass for me too.
Yeah, it's going to be $135.94 US. Pre-orders now and ships in May.
135. 135 US. So we're 160-ish Canadian, 170-ish Canadian.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is the value there?
No.
I don't know if there's. Yeah, I agree with Gaz. Oh, why?
Well, I'd want to know how good the first release did, because they were all right looking figures.
Well,
Especially
that's what I
the
mean.
Brainiac.
Like, well, if I missed out on any of the first ones, this would not be enough.
To pull the trigger and say, "Oops, I want this version."
Yeah, especially as a multi-pack where maybe I didn't want all the figures. I
Yeah.
only wanted, say, the Brainiac,
Yeah.
the best looking of them all.
And there is one more here for McFarlane. The Jim Corrigan version of the Spectre is getting a Platinum Edition MTS exclusive release. So based on Crisis on Infinite Earths.
That's a good looking figure.
Yeah.
That's a good
But-
looking figure. I like that.
I know they're calling this the Jim Corrigan one, but he's got the Green Lantern symbol on the front of him there from when Hal Jordan.
Oh,
assumed
that's from the
role.
Rebirth.
Yeah.
Just before Rebirth. Yeah. Isn't
Yeah,
that
'cause
something?
he took
isn't it?
over the role of the Spectre.
Yeah. Yeah.
But apparently it's going to be one of those run fair ones where you got to get in the draw to get a hold of it.
But it's part of a Build-A-Figure wave.
Yeah.
So
So there is a regular version out there that
With-
you can get
you'll be able to get the parts.
I would hope so.
I would hope so too. Otherwise, you're missing out on a major character, the Monitor.
Yeah. Oh, and you remember we were talking about the blue energy Superman?
Yeah.
There is a variant in red. So they're not doing it as a separate release. It's just a chase variant.
Oh, so if you're lucky enough, you might find
You might find both.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Superman blue and red.
So they are out there, but
You wait.
yeah,
They've already, if they've made it, they've got the mold.
yeah, it's just recolored.
Down the line, in a year or so, or you never know. Boom, there it is.
Reissue.
We said we weren't going to do it. We lied. We are.
Yeah, it'll be reissued in sketch version.
or glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark still might work.
If it glowed the red or
Yeah.
glowed blue,
That'd be pretty cool.
that would be okay.
Just release them in the 2-pack.
Now stop making sense.
Come on, Todd, get on it. Shifting over to Hasbro for a second here.
All right.
This one, again, I don't know why we're getting another variant of these, but we're getting the very classic versions of Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne.
All I can say about this is soft goods lab coat, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Soft goods lab coat.
Yeah, but again, this is the 6-inch scale version of the Giant Man HasLab.
Yep.
So when
Is
you're
it
getting that
is it though? Like, is it literally just a shrunken down version of
I
the
believe
same
it
mold?
is. Well, without the finger
Obviously, without the,
articulation,
yeah,
but
without the
yeah,
articulation, but
deco-wise,
the
I
body.
believe it is.
Sure, but then
just a
I
shrunk
mean
version.
that version of Hank Pym was also part of the Toy Biz line as well, and
Yeah.
I'm sure people still have that for the Giant Man version of it.
Yeah.
Energy soups? No.
What a time to be alive.
Janet's got a very 60s hairdo
She
there. That
does.
looks pretty
The
cool.
variant head I actually like better than the actual wasp head, but
You mean the pointy?
yeah, with the little antennae.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, it's accurate.
And they come with a shrunk down Quinjet as well.
Also cool.
Yeah.
That part's cool.
But unfortunately, this is like wife beater Hank Pym, so that era in comics.
Well, I mean, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I just look at the thing and go, oh, soft goods lab coat. That's good for Kurt Connors, Reed Richards,
Yeah.
you name it, Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Any number of people could use that accessory.
Yeah. But this is based on the Tales to Astonish era, so available exclusively on Hasbro Pulse beginning today, I believe. But at 1 p.m. for Plus Premium members and 2 p.m. for everybody else.
Wow, that was hours ago.
Yeah, so it's available for pre-order now. I did not know this, but apparently, have you seen the movie Megan? It's
I'm aware of it.
it's with the
The
little-
horror.
yeah, about
Yeah.
the little android girl who's supposed to be like a nanny helper, but
Yeah,
she's
yeah, yeah.
psycho, and apparently there's a sequel coming.
Oh, that I did not know.
But before that, I guess it's heading to theaters May 2025.
Okay.
But they've joined forces with NECA, and they have announced a life-size Megan doll.
Oh dear.
It is fully articulated.
Oh, articulated. Oh, I thought for sure this would have been
It's
in
not
their.
just a statue.
I thought it would have been in the injection, the foam figures that they did.
No, it's got some articulation to it. It will set you back $494.99 US. But
Okay, that's actually not bad. I mean, we did deal in some of the large NECA foam stuff when I was still in the business,
yeah,
and that seems fairly consistent with what they were.
this is fully posable, life size.
Fully posable.
It has an articulated inner armature, movable eyes.
Oh wow.
Synthetic hair that matches screen used hair samples.
Okay.
Her clothes are made from screen used patterns, and it includes a dress with inner lining, 2 striped sleeves, a bow tie, underwear, tights, and shoes. The fabric of material on the dress matches exactly to a swatch from the movie, and the shoes are customized with details from screen used shoes. So they've had access to the original prop.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. They're expected to begin shipping later this year. So if you got money to burn and you want a little Megan doll,
Just what everybody wants in the corner of their house.
a little killer robot.
Hey, isn't that just a ripoff of the Small Wonder TV show?
Did Small Wonder try and kill anyone?
No, she did not. Although, did she malfunction at one point? I think
Chucky
she
did.
might have at one point, but they fixed her.
Hmm.
God, Gaz, you're taking me back, man. Holy cow, Small Wonder.
But yeah, the female Chucky, who was just trying to take care of people.
Yeah, really.
But
I'm just a robot.
We did mention this one as it was previewed at the Hasbro, WonderCon.
WonderCon from the week before, yeah.
But now we got a bit better look at it. Momon the Dawn is going to be a deluxe figure.
It's the outrage I was talking about. This is it.
3 cups.
This is it.
3 cups.
We asked that. What is that? 3 cups? Yeah. What character needs 3 cups?
Well, if he wants to drink with his buddies at the cantina.
So there's also some other promotional photography for this character that actually shows him what looks to be standing against a section of the cantina counter.
Yeah, and they have the 3 cups in.
I had seen a comment somewhere that said if he came with a slice of the cantina like they did in the 3 3/4 inch, it would be worth the deluxe pricing. But there is no world that I live in where a 6-inch action figure is justifiably a deluxe figure because of 3 cups.
Is it because of how bulky he is? Like his neck stretches like,
Chewbacca in every version except for the Amazon
true.
exclusive with the break apart C3PO has been a regular release, and he's one of the biggest figures in the line.
True.
So there's no way that this is a deluxe figure. Like, normally I don't get upset about this stuff, but 1, this is a figure that I want. 2, this is not justifiably a deluxe figure in any world, because even if I wanted the 3 cups, I can't display all 3 of them in his hands.
He can hold 2 and balance 1 on his head.
I will say this. In defense of this figure, one thing I do like is there is a nod to the vintage Kenner action figure in that he comes with an E11 Stormtrooper blaster.
Nice.
Just like the vintage figure.
Well, apparently this is the first time he's actually showing up in the 6-inch black series.
Absolutely, it is.
And Gaz says, well, he does have 2 mounts.
He does, yeah, 1 on either side.
So he can 2-fist it.
1 on either side, yeah.
But he will set you back $33.99 US, so whatever that translates to Canadian.
And the buy 3, 1 for each cup. Oh, that's rotten.
It is terrible.
Well, there's a great Jedi custom to be had there.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. In the Tartakovsky Clone Wars, there was an Arthurian Jedi killed by General Grievous, but still looked pretty cool.
Mm. This last one, toy-wise here, caught me off guard, but makes sense with what they're doing.
Yep.
Super 7, again, dipping into that whole music scene. We're getting Lemmy from Motorhead.
Oh, as an ultimate?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. 7-inch scale, highly articulated, inspired by his look from the 1981 European tour. Features the intricate sculpt, premium painting, comes with multiple interchangeable hands and heads, an assortment of accessories, including a black and white bass guitar with removable strap, a whiskey bottle, and a microphone stand.
Nice.
So, yeah. Lemmy.
That's pretty cool.
But that does bring us to the end of our toy round.
What? That's the end of it? Okay.
Yeah. So that lets me turn it over to you. It's time once again.
I guess I should find it. There we go. Let's fire up the machine as we get ready to play.
Loading lexicon. Generating responses. Responses ready. Lexicon is the word game where you decide what's real and what is a con. Get ready. Here we go.
I'm sorry, we're gonna play.
We're
gonna play Lexicon here in a minute. Let me just take this out here for a second. If there was ever a time where I wish we could show multiple comments at the same time, it's right now, because these 2 comments came in at the exact same time. First, over on Facebook, we have, when are the Air Supply figures coming out?
When you're all out of love.
Yeah. With Gads, I said it last week and I'll say it again. Huey Lewis. Yes to Huey, no to Air Supply.
But somebody loves
that
Air
was good.
Supply.
Lots of people love Air Supply. My brother loves Air Supply.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that was amazing.
Back to the game at hand.
Yes, we are playing Lexicon this week. I got a tricky one for you. I'm going to give you a crazy word. It sounds completely nonsensical, but it is 100% true. And of course, your job is to pick one of the three definitions, identifying the correct one. And hopefully, if I've done my job, I will have pulled off the con and fool you all. Fair warning, this week, like I said, it is tougher than it has been in other weeks, but you never know. When you know it, you know it. Are you ready for this week's word?
What do you got?
All right. This week's word is what?
Gaz says there's nothing wrong with air
Nothing wrong with the air supply. Fair enough. I just don't feel the need for action figures of them.
Do we really need action figures of anyone?
Have you seen the back here?
I know. I still think they should bring back that personalized action figure thing. Get one yourself.
Selfie series.
That's right.
Yeah, I kind of wish that we were able to get in on that before they axed it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. This week's word for lexicon is, hold on a second. Where am I at? There we go. This week's word is
pettifogger.
Pettifogger.
Pettifogger. Pettifogger.
Pettifogger.
Pettifogger.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
What's their definition?
Okay. Option number 1.
An inferior legal practitioner, especially one who deals with petty cases or employs dubious practices.
That's your first one.
Saul Goodman.
Option number 2.
An individual skilled in the art of manipulating small or trivial matters into significant disputes, often for the sake of personal amusement or to create chaos.
And option number 3.
An individual adept at creating elaborate facades or personas to conceal their true intentions or shortcomings. These individuals excel at projecting an image of competence or authority while concealing their lack of substance or expertise.
So Roger the alien from American Dad.
This week it might be a little bit tougher. I mean, all 3 definitions are kind of similar. So really it's what's the most correct one? Gaz, who are you calling a pettifogger?
So it's not somebody who works with a little fog.
All right, I'm going to fire up our doo-doo-doo-doo music, and you've got 30 seconds to submit your answers. Here we go. Well, there we go.
Sweet.
Andy, where are you at, man?
I'm torn.
Inferior legal practitioner, individual who is skilled in the art of manipulating small or trivial matters, or someone who is adept at creating elaborate facades or personas to conceal their true intentions or shortcomings.
I'm torn between 1 and 3.
All right, we've got Gaz coming in at number 1, and we've got Sean coming in at number 2, and the rest of you are crazily silent. Where are you, Andy? 3?
You know what? I'm going to settle on 1.
You're going to 1.
I'm going with 1.
All right, that's 2 for 1 and 1 for 2. It's all locked in. Well, if you said, wow, I don't even know the buttons I'm pushing anymore. Wow, if you said number 1, congratulations, you are correct. Yes, pettifogger is an inferior legal practitioner, especially one who deals with petty cases or employs dubious practices. It was in the word petty. Petty. Yes, absolutely. All right. Yeah, this week's was I thought was going to be a little tougher than that. Congratulations to those of you who got it, and we'll do it again next week. All right, where are we going next, man?
We got another trailer this week, courtesy of Alicia Silverstone.
Wait, she's still alive?
She is.
Oh, okay,
she's
no,
doing stuff.
That's a joke.
But this one is for a movie called Crazy House. It focuses around a guy named Bernie.
Okay.
And his house is basically a 90s sitcom.
It definitely looks like the 90s.
And the sitcom portions are filmed in the old...
like 4x3?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the synopsis is when Russian workers in Bernie's house turn out to be wanted criminals, he has to man up and save his 90s sitcom family.
Oh, wow.
So it stars Nick Frost.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. Alicia Silverstone, Jan Bijvoet. Apologize for that one.
Bijvoet?
Yeah. Gate Jansen, Walt Klink, and Kevin Connolly.
That's cool.
It's directed by Stefan Hares and Flip Van der Kiel.
It's been a while since we've seen either Nick Frost or Alicia
Mhm.
Silverstone. The premise sounds
The trailer looks fun.
Kinda
It starts
cool.
out kind of goofy, 90s sitcom-ish, but then
Yeah.
it quickly turns into like a over-the-top action. And it's Nick Frost, so it's kind of got the same beats as like uh Shaun of the Dead and
all the other movies that he's been in.
yeah,
Okay, sorry. This is a film.
this is a film.
This is a film. So
Apparently it's going to hit Dutch theaters May 16th. I don't know when or if it's coming to
Oh.
America, but we've linked to the trailer in the show notes, and
I wonder
I
if
would watch
is that
this.
getting maybe a festival release
I
before?
believe it's had a couple festival go around
Yeah.
so
Okay.
far,
All right.
but I guess
Where's the Married with Children movie?
hopefully it's coming. Isn't there? Are they not getting the animated series?
Well, yeah, we did talk about that a while ago. I thought animated series, and everybody's coming back for that. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's going to be out there. I assume it'll make it to America at some point, just like everything else does. But
The premise is pretty cool, and I do like Nick Frost, so this will be on my radar for sure.
Our next one here, kind of a Disney Strikes Back.
All right, we get the follow up on this one.
Yes, we do. Disney shareholders have officially rejected Nelson Peltz's board bid with a big win for CEO Bob Iger, and the company's stock price might have fallen after the 12 directors re-elected at annual meeting.
Yeah,
but it's a win because they didn't get that guy.
Well, and I mean, just the stuff that he was saying.
Idiotic vitriol the guy was spewing out is.
You don't want a guy like that at the head of one of the
billion-dollar
largest
corporation,
children's entertainment companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Go back to the 40s or wherever the hell you came from.
Yeah, awful.
But shareholders shot down activists Nelson Peltz's effort to win seats on the board, and they voted to re-elect all 12 of the company backed members.
Oh, that's good.
So everybody that was in. And apparently it was like not even close.
Oh, that's good to know too.
Yeah. Like I believe, Iger won re-election with 94% of the votes, while Peltz got just 31%.
Okay. All right.
Which I don't know how that adds up, but
we'd have to know how many board members there are, because I mean 94% of like 10 people is like 9 and a bit of them. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. But on Wednesday after the shareholder meeting, the NASDAQ composite and all that.
Okay.
It closed down 3.1% lower. But I'm assuming they'll bounce back after this, right? Like, well, I mean, they enter another period of why do we have to have women in movies and get rid of the blacks?
We've got that. Yeah, thank you. We've got that whole new strategy where less is more that's coming. So we'll see how that plays out. But I mean, I don't follow stock prices too much.
But if you put that guy in there with that mindset, I can guarantee you it would have plummeted hard. Like,
yeah, I agree.
That viewpoint could do so much damage with somebody in power.
Absolutely. But again, I mean, I would fear for the state of the company and what they would become with someone like that sort of at the helm.
Yeah. But, Iger was speaking and he said, creators lost sight of what their number one objective needed to be. We have to entertain first. It's not about messages. And he's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if it's not an entertaining Disney movie, you're not going to watch it. Like there doesn't.
Nope, you're right.
Like there didn't need to be any sort of social commentary attached to a talking snowman like Olaf.
No,
he was just entertaining.
No, I watched this week. I watched the it's on Disney Plus now. Just came out. Was
Wish?
Yeah.
I have not seen that yet.
It came out last year for the anniversary, for the 100th anniversary, and it is. I knew nothing about it, but by the time I was done, I'm like, this movie is nothing but self-referential Disney references. Do you know what I mean? Like,
really?
Yeah. But it's cute in that sense, right? Okay. And it's kind of fun when you realize what's happening and you start looking for them and trying to pick them out. But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I guess the board members actually gave Peltz here a few minutes to speak before the voting commenced.
Oh boy, what? Like here,
here's your last
case?
Chance to pitch. Yeah.
Whatever.
And I guess he just kind of recycled the same stuff.
Crap.
So
the same garbage.
Didn't help himself.
The same vomit.
But, he commented to shareholders prior to the voting results being coming out and saying that this was Trian's second go around with this. We hope this is the last time, or this time will be our last, and that shareholders will not be let down like a year ago.
Yeah.
So again, focused 100% on the money end of it.
But that's what investors want.
That's true.
They just want to see. And when you're a publicly traded company, you are obligated to make those people money.
Yeah, but if you bring the proper entertainment, you're going to make the money.
I agree with you that it's a total catch-22.
Yep.
Yep.
Gaz here.
As always, that is pure wisdom, my friend. A good story and the actors for the role is all you need.
Yeah.
I'm 1,000,000% on board with that. I mean, it all starts with the writing. And if the writing is good, then your product will be good. There's a lot of things you can overlook if the foundation is strong. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one. So true. Bring back the classic Herbie movies. You know, the whole time that Volkswagen had when they brought the Beetle back in the early 2000s, and now it's gone again.
Is it gone again?
Oh, it was discontinued in 2020. No. But anyway, the Beetle is gone again. And the classic Beetle, they stopped making them in Mexico. They're gone too. Why we didn't get a new Herbie movie in the new Beetle, I'm quite surprised, to be honest.
Well, maybe it did. It was called Bumblebee.
But Bumblebee wasn't a Beetle until
the reboot.
Until the Bumblebee movie. And even then, he was a classic Beetle, not the new one.
True.
So missed opportunity for sure.
Yeah.
And I would have accepted Bumblebee as a modern Beetle as well.
That would have been cool.
I would have rolled my eyes a little bit, but I would have accepted it.
But moving on here, Billie Eilish is responding to backlash after condemning wasteful vinyl packaging and says that she wasn't singling anyone out.
We should probably give some context to what she was actually saying.
Yeah, in a recent interview with for her environmental activism with Billboard, she called out the wasteful ways that the biggest artists in the world sell an overwhelming amount of vinyl variants, usually to secure the #1 entry on the publication's album charts. And she's quoted saying, "I can't even express how wasteful this is." And she didn't name anybody, but her comments were nitpicked online, and people believed that she was snubbing their favorite musicians.
Yeah,
but
I think the consensus was, and I saw Taylor Swift come up a lot over this. I have to give Billie some credit, because what she's saying covers. We got to put something out there to get them to buy it.
Yeah.
So we got to, if you're a completionist, and vinyl making the research that has been making over the last few years, maybe that is a marketing thing.
It could be.
Get you to buy every variant cover. Which is funny because, album sales. I mean, does anybody really care about album sales anymore?
Just the
in the world
audio
of streaming
files.
Yeah, exactly. What? Blasphemy! Herbie is 100% better than Bumblebee.
Agreed.
I don't know. I mean,
dude, it was
put those two in a fight.
Car.
You put those two in a fight. I don't know.
He was a love bug. He doesn't make war.
That's true. That's true.
But she's also quoted as saying, "It would be so awesome if people would stop putting words into my mouth and actually read what I said in that Billboard article. I wasn't singling anyone out. These are industry-wide systemic issues."
Absolutely.
When it comes to variants, so many artists release them, including me, which I clearly state in the article. The climate crisis is now, and it's about all of us being part of the problem and trying to do better.
So that statement makes it sound like she doesn't have a say in that.
Do you know
what I mean?
It wouldn't shock me if she didn't.
Like, oh, we're going to put out this album with this photo on it. Then we're going to have one with this commissioned piece of art. And then we're going to have another one with another weird piece of art.
Or we're going to re-release this one with 2 bonus tracks.
Sure. Do the artists not have a say? Like, it used to be the artists had creative control over that stuff of what the album art was as integral to the album as the music.
Yeah.
I have a hard time believing that they don't have a say in that. But like, I don't know the full details of the context. So she's right though.
Yeah.
She is right.
And damn you, comic companies, stop doing like 50 variants of every issue.
Stupid variants that make no difference to the.
If anything, it just confuses people like me and drives up your sales numbers because I bought the same comic 3 times because I didn't know it was a different issue.
Oh, I've already got this one.
Oh, it was a nice cover, so I just thought it was new.
You just check the number.
Sometimes it's not on it.
Oh, that's dirty.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Yep. But comic book TV, we got some behind the scenes images, if you will.
Are these the spoilery ones? Like
They're a
the
little bit spoilery.
these the official ones? I guess is what I should be asking.
I suppose so.
Because there's been some unofficial ones that have been floating around, and I'm not gonna lie, I have seen them, and they have me really excited.
These ones will make you excited too.
Okay.
John Barenthal is back as the Punisher on set
Yeah.
for Daredevil. Born Again,
Yeah.
and he is sporting the skull. He's all bloodied up, and he's hanging out with Charlie Cox.
And I am so happy that it's not the stupid new
Yeah, this is the
chest
classic
logo. Yeah.
as it's supposed to be.
And we've got Charlie back in the red suit. So I presume that we are in a time
Just
after
prior or
Defenders, before.
before She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know when the yellow suit is going to appear. Maybe it'll appear at the end of the season.
Maybe.
But
Wasn't there a comment that this is envisioned as a two season show or something?
could be.
I think that's what it is. Oh yeah, that is perfect. I agree. He looks
Mhm.
great. He looks great.
So
And I mean, it wasn't that long ago that John Bernthal was talking about coming back to the show and what it would take for him to come back. That has to be, it can't be diluted.
yeah,
Right.
and
And so
you can't with the Punisher. Like that is the entire character of him.
I
He
would
can't be the family-friendly Punisher.
think that he's got his wish on that. That
It
he's
certainly
satisfied
looks
with
that way.
with the direction of the character to want to come back.
Mhm.
So yes, I'm quite happy about that. Also, do you have any more photos?
No, these are
No?
the only 4 that I grabbed.
Okay. Do you want a spoiler?
Sure.
Jessica Jones is back.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, there was a shot of her as well.
Nice.
Kind of spoilery. I hate seeing that stuff, but when I see it,
Just gives you more hope for the series.
it
to be
does.
good.
I don't actively go looking for it, but I'm in so many stupid like Facebook groups and
It
stuff
pops
that like,
up.
oh crap, I ruined again.
Well, did you see the new trailer that dropped for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes?
Of all the things that you sent over in the last 24 hours, this is the one thing that no, I did not look at.
Oh,
Yesterday I was a little bit animated. I had an interesting experience, which is not for the show.
there you go. But new trailer has dropped. We've linked to it in the show notes. But basically, we get a lot more interaction of going. We find out our female lead here is the Nova human that can speak.
Oh, nice. Oh, she can.
And there is a great shot at the end of the trailer where she says, "I have a name." And our new Caesar and his orangutan friend just was like, "Huh?"
What?
It's
You can
perfect.
talk?
But they do reference the whole Caesar thing. And like, in Caesar's time, they lived with humans
Yeah.
together.
Well, that was in the last trailer too, that line. So I do remember that. But that's cool that we actually get to hear her speak.
Yeah.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Damn you all to hell.
Basically.
Yep.
So if we're getting our Nova, does that mean we're going to get a Charlton Heston?
There's some discussion that these movies are headed towards a full circle moment where you'll be able to finish the whatever the end game is here and go back and watch the original and it will all make sense. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Because the 2 trilogies so far, I guess this is
the fourth.
this is the 4th.
This is the fourth in the new Apes continuity.
Okay. Yeah. So the second trilogy.
Yeah, Rise. Oh my God.
So Franco, not Franco, and not Franco.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now this one.
Yeah. But this one stars Freya Allen, William H. Macy, Ditchin Lockman, Kevin Durand, Owen Teague, Peter McCone, and Travis Jeffrey.
Oh, nice.
So good cast. But like, there's the one main scene where we see her hiding in the grass. And at one end is our new Caesar guy. At the other is a gorilla. And basically he runs her down and she gets snatched up by our Caesar dude on the horse.
I have to imagine that this
Great
is going
action
to be
sequence.
now. Are they they talk about this is like 300 years later.
Yes,
Is this one of Caesar's ancestors?
I would think so.
I think so as well.
This guy's saying here.
And just like back then, they just don't know when to stop making these.
Well, it's not like they've done Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes in space.
Um,
Fast and the Furious, looking at you.
I have to say, and this is just my own opinion. Now, as a fan of the originals, I've watched all the original films. The original films got successively worse.
They did.
I feel like the current iteration of the Apes franchise has held a very consistently high quality. I feel like they've all been good.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really been disappointed with any of them, to be honest.
No.
Not to say that, that's not an opinion that maybe not everybody shares that, and maybe they are getting kind of long in the tooth. I don't know.
Jumping the series 400 years or 300 years into the future is definitely a way to change it up a bit. Because in the trailer, you do get to see them fly by some of the cities and see just how much the Earth has retaken them.
Man, it doesn't take long once you stop maintaining stuff.
Yeah.
Having driven where the pavement was reclaimed by nature, that was a very harrowing experience. My first GPS that I ever owned, before Google was a thing. I mean, Google's been a thing for a long time, but it was a standalone GPS, and I trusted it blindly and ended up driving like literally into up into the hills, and the pavement just started crumbling back to a goat path.
Uh-oh.
And at one point, I made a decision: either I'm going to get further in here and not be able to get out, or I turn around now. So I turned around.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah. New Apes movie. I'm happy. I'm interested.
I'm all for it.
Definitely want to see it. I do hope on some level that we get that full circle moment. I would love to see Liberty on the beach and all that stuff. And
But we don't have to wait too long for it. May 10th. It'll be in theaters. So
yeah, it's just around the corner. Yeah, we're talking a month from now.
Tickets are on sale now.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting one. Gaz says they got to change it up a bit. Like, give me a prequel to Howard the Duck. Gaz, when you say prequel to Howard the Duck,
Do you mean
the
80s Howard the Duck?
MCU character or the George Lucas Howard the Duck?
Because I don't know that a prequel of Howard the Duck there would be that great. I mean, it'd just be him palling around on Duck World, and we'd get more duck boobs.
Yeah, there is that. Mind you, I can remember going to the theater and seeing Howard the Duck.
I never saw it in theater.
I did, and I as a kid seeing it for the first time,
it was pretty cool.
I thought it was kind of neat. It was different. Yeah, the George Lucas, of course. All right.
Nice. But
wasn't Leah Thompson in that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, Ducky.
Yeah.
But that does bring us to our second last item of the night.
Oh, okay.
This one will make you happy, though.
Yes, it
they
will.
have confirmed a release date for Gaz. There you go.
I want to see the Duck World.
Well, he kind of flew through some of the apartments on his way to Earth in his easy
Oh,
chair.
right. That's right. Yeah.
That's how you got duck boobs the first time.
Yeah. Well, it was the magazine, the fold out.
Yeah, but he flew past one of them in the bath.
I thought he was looking at the magazine before.
He was.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
then when he gets sucked through, he goes past naked duck lady.
Oh, right.
I watched it again recently. So, but yeah, Tron 3 has got its release date confirmed.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's been 14 years since Legacy. It doesn't seem that
I don't
long.
think. I'm like, what? What do you mean Tron Legacy is 14 years old? I just saw it like not too long ago.
Yeah, but Tron 3, titled Ares, is set to release October 10th, 2025.
Happy birthday to me. That's just before my birthday. So that's what I'm going to do for my birthday.
There you go.
See Tron.
But Jared Leto stars in this as the lead character Ares in the sequel, directed by Joachim Roning.
Joachim Roning.
That's a different spelling than I've seen before. But
well.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Same spelling.
Oh, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
He's got a Q.
Starts with a J, though.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Jose Canseco. But anyway, this will continue the legacy of the Tron franchise by Disney. And it says it's going to offer a twist on the formula.
Well, we've speculated before. This character's all checked out in red.
Mm-hmm.
Are they a villain?
Maybe.
I don't know.
They're saying that a lot of it is going to be like take place in the real world. But again, there's still lots. They just started filming back in January of this year.
There was a whole lot to be had at the end of the last one in the real world when they brought the girl through.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
hopefully they don't abandon all of that.
probably not. Gaz says, more Tron, please.
Yeah, I'm totally a Tron. Like, yes, that sequel Legacy is probably one of my favorite non-Star Wars sequels ever, and is definitely in my top movie soundtracks of all time.
Nice.
Love it.
But they're saying that this release date is actually good for it because there is currently anyway, lack of any major competition in that month because you've got Maggie Gyllenhaal's Bride at the beginning of October.
Yeah.
An animated Avatar: The Last Airbender movie.
Okay.
And the Blade reboot from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Is that still happening?
Apparently. Again, this is like still a year and more out. But currently there's no competition for it, right? So
no, you're right. You're right. That's an interesting comment, Gaz. They should go back to the black hole. I think we need more in that world. Please, Disney, please. Yeah. Like every other studio at the time wanting to capitalize on the Star Wars money. Got to get us our own slice of that Star Wars thing, which is kind of funny because now they're owned by Disney. But that movie was so crazy. And the ending left it wide open. They went through the black hole. Nobody died. Like our heroes lived.
So here's our perfect moment to cross it over with the apes. He comes through the black hole and lands on the planet. I'm like, oh yeah.
with Vincent, or not Vincent, with Bob.
Yeah.
Bob the robot. That's cool. I'm a big black hole fan. I know that it doesn't land necessarily with everybody because I mean it's not whiz bang like Star Wars, but
it was good.
It's good science fiction and great production value. When that fireball rolls through the ship, like that's one of the most amazing looking things on film.
Yeah. But that does bring us
that's
to
it. We've hit the end of the show. Oh man, it's almost, I feel sad now. I don't want to say goodbye.
Oh, we don't have
All right. Well, we don't have to because we're going to go one more. You know what's going on. It's that time where we pay homage to the man, Andy. He's out there in the aisles. He's hunting for you and I, so we can all save a few dollars with this week's toy hunting tip at Dollarama.
Well, this one really, really caught me off guard this week.
Okay.
It's the second one I'm going to mention. But first up, we have the Funko Gold Vinyl DMC figure showing up for $5.
Nice.
Now, I did not find Run or Jam Master J.
Right.
But a whole peg of DMCs, so I'm assuming they're going to show up everywhere. Selling for $5. You can get them on Amazon retail for $17.19.
So $5 is just a hit.
Yeah. The other one that's popping up is a whole assortment of new Funko Pops, including the X-Men Jubilee, going for $5. And the weird thing is on Amazon, this one is retailing for $82.92. So aftermarket price on Jubilee is through the roof.
Yeah.
So if you could scoop her up for $5, if that's your thing, there you go.
I wonder, is that? I mean, last week's episode of 97 was Jubilee heavy.
Yes, it was.
By the way, did you catch that old Jubilee?
Yeah.
Was Allison Court?
I did not catch that.
Yeah. Older Jubilee that helps her
cool.
was Allison Court. So that was very cool. Yeah. That's cool. Oh, sadly, Ernest Borgnine's character died a fiery death. Yes, he did. Well, he did kind of leave the rest of the crew behind. Oh, well, he did that too.
True.
That's true. That is true. Some people lived. Some people went through the black hole. What did they get? What's on the other side? That would be
white
cool.
Hole.
The white hole. Yeah. Speaking of which, new episode of X-Men 97 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Also, new episode of the Bad Batch. Juggernaut, by the way. If you haven't seen the Juggernaut
the teaser clip.
The teaser clip, yeah. They steal a Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
The old clone turbo tank, the Juggernaut. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
And like you were, they are driving up the side of a mountain.
Yeah, I mean,
the road is just crumbling.
We're running out of road. All right, everybody. Listen, I want to just send a huge, heartfelt thank you to everybody who is tuned in week after week. The channel continues to fluctuate. We lost a few this week, but hey, we did get some new people in as well. So welcome if you're new here, and always thank you for coming back week after week and hanging out with us. We love to do this, and it wouldn't be the same without you. So check us out on Sunday night, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 o'clock at the p.m. 6 o'clock at night Eastern time as we chew on this week's episode of the Bad Batch. And if that's not your thing, come back and see us for more Random Fandom next week, where you can have your say. Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
Everybody that's been with us from the beginning, thank you. If you're just getting here, thank you too.
Right on, man.
Stick around for the ride.
All right, we'll see everybody next time. Whatever your thing is, everybody, remember, fan on. And for Fandom Power, my name is Wes.
I'm Andy.
And we will see you on the next one. And bye for now.